All right. Thank you for coming. My name is Shawn Walchef. I am the founder of Cali Barbecue and Cali Barbecue Media. I appreciate you guys coming today and anybody that's watching the video. So one of the things that we're going to talk about is the power of media, the power of storytelling, and the power of what we call digital hospitality. So thank you for being here. What's most important is that you in the audience hopefully get uncomfortable, you hopefully learn something, and then you hopefully do something tomorrow, if not today, with what we talk about. So 2008, I opened up Cali Barbecue in San Diego. Terrible location, terrible time, difficult business. Restaurant business in 2008, very hard to do. Very hard to do in a very difficult location. Our greatest gift was that we struggled. We struggled significantly those first 4 years. We've been in business now for 15 years. We have 2 stadium locations at Snapdragon Stadium. We have 2 ghost kitchen locations, and we have a master smokehouse and media center. What I'm going to talk about today is the power that we all have, no matter if you work for Toast, no matter if you have your own company, no matter if you have your own restaurant, no matter what position you're in, every single person has a cell phone in their pocket. And what I'm going to tell you is that no one's going to come to tell your story. And in fact, once you start telling your story, people are going to laugh at you. The people that love you the most are going to ask you, what are you doing? Who do you think you are? Why are you posting on Facebook? Why are you posting on LinkedIn? Why are you on TikTok? And I'm here to tell you it'll be the greatest thing that you do for your business moving forward if you make that decision today. So we're going to do a little story time. I'm going to tell you a story about our power of digital hospitality. So this is our Toast case study. It's one of my favorite things that I talk about when I go, fortunate to go and talk at restaurant conferences, National Restaurant Association show, Toronto, New York, Austin. We just got back from making content over there, but our Toast case study. So this is my general manager and business partner, Eric. That's me. This is in the pandemic. How many people have seen an unboxing video on the internet? How many people have seen something that they like getting unboxed? How many people have kids? Have your kids watched any videos of toys getting unboxed? So what we did is we said, we are a barbecue media company. We are going to create content about the things that no one creates content about. What I'm talking about is B2B content, business to business content. What we all understand with the internet is business to consumer content. If you're a restaurant owner, you understand that you need to make videos, you need to make pictures on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok to get people to come into your restaurant, to buy your hamburger, to buy your barbecue, to buy your sushi, whatever you're selling. What I'm talking about is something different. This is what we call the game within the game. Every single booth out here. How many booths? Lots. How much money is being spent? Lots of money is getting spent. Why? Because they want to get in front of restaurant owners, right? Every single company here has a product or a service that they're selling. And their goal is to scan the badge, tell you what they're selling, and hopefully make a sale. Companies are making significant investments to come to this show to do that. What I'm telling you is that there's something else that's happening. It's called the business creator economy. People that are willing to do what other businesses are unwilling to do, to make videos about their technology that's coming into their restaurant. Do you know how many of my friends made fun of me for making this video? Multiple. What are you doing? Why is anyone going to come and buy ribs from your restaurant? Because you made a toast unboxing video. None. Nobody. But what I did do is told Toast and told this specific person, Will, We're a barbecue media company. We're going to make content about toast. We are going to tell the software story, the hardware story, why we switched from Aloha to Toast, why Toast is helping us with online ordering, why Toast is helping us with catering, why Toast is helping us with QR codes. All of those things we're going to document for our podcasts, for our TikTok, for LinkedIn, for Facebook. We don't care about the platform. The platform is irrelevant. All that matters is that we're going to tell stories on the internet about the things that we believe in. And if we do that, we're going to develop a deeper relationship with Toast.
Hey everyone, Avi Gorin, CEO and co-founder of Marquee, and I want to talk about the customer journey for a second. You never know as a restaurant owner where your guests are truly coming from. End of the day, we do see some patterns around two types of search behaviors: direct versus discovery. Direct search, for an example, would be jumping into Google and saying Cali barbecue hours, right? I know where I want to go to eat, but I'm missing a key detail. I need a little bit more information. Discovery, which is the bulk of searches, is barbecue in San Diego, restaurants near me, takeout near me, right? One of the best ways to be found for more discovery searches is leveraging keywords. Reviews are basically free content for you to leverage. Think about keywords that are relevant to your brand, your location, and include as many of those in your review responses as possible, right? How can you go about doing this? Let's set up reports, utilize tools like Google Trends, find out what's going on in your area and how you can help leverage these keywords and review responses, because someone else is doing that, right? If you need some examples, you could do anything from including summer menu, gluten-free menu, leverage specific menu items like the dreaded and beloved spice pumpkin anything in your review responses, right? Let them know what's coming. Let your reviewers know something they should come back and try. And of course, if all of this just seems overwhelming and daunting because you're already running a restaurant and have enough on your plate, just leverage the team at Marquee to do this for you. We handle all of this. We're experts in this space. We can automate this so it's just another item that you know you are taking care of. Again, that's marquee.com, marquii.com. No you. However, we did recently buy marquii.com. So if you do misspell it, we got you. You'll still find us. We can still help you.
This is a picture of Chris Comparato, the CEO of Toast, the day of their IPO. This is Toast Customer Advisory Board, which I'm a member of. That's me at the stock exchange. That's me creating content for Entrepreneur Magazine, for the Toast Customer Advisory Board. And there's Will putting me on the hot seat. So I'm going to bring up Will, which I told him yesterday that I was planning on doing this, but what I think is so important, and that it goes for all the vendors in the room, and that goes for anybody that's over there or anybody that sees this on the internet afterward, is that you have to have the courage to understand people are on the internet. People are on social media. Whatever you're selling, you need to make content about it. You need to tell the story on LinkedIn, audio, video, words, and images. Will, come on up here. Can I get a round of applause for this man who I gave such a hard time to? Make sure that thing works.
Oh yeah, we're good.
So, Will, I'd like to hear from the horse's mouth what you thought of me when I first pitched that we were a barbecue media company to you.
To give a background, I'm in sales.
Yes.
So he came to my desk because he was creating a lot of hardship on the team and going back and forth on the negotiation portion of it. So I'll leave with that. But yeah, at the end of us negotiating out, want to work together, he was like, we're going to be the Amazon Prime of barbecue.
Sounds like something I would say.
And I admittedly was holding back laughter on the Zoom call. It was pandemic times, and I just remember exactly where I was sitting thinking, why am I on this call? And fast forward, he was right about a lot. And when we speak about being uncomfortable, I didn't know what I was talking about till just now when we're doing this. And that's a lot of the ways like our relationship with Shawn has been. You don't get a lot of prep, but you get it authentic and raw. And like
no
I said,
prep.
Yeah, zero.
No prep.
And what I'd say though is, that was 4 years ago. It sounded crazy. And now when I'm trying to explain it to people, it still sounds crazy, but I get it. And so you start seeing it unfold. And, I think what Shawn's been doing, which is incredible, is any other business you want to own, operate. If you want to go open up a gym, you go right into Barnes & Noble, you get a Gym for Dummies book, and like you kind of are on your way. Restaurant, you don't get any of it. You're on an island, and our restaurateurs are on an island. And I've been fortunate over the past 6 years to be able to talk to thousands of restaurant owners. And what I think Shawn's doing is starting to bridge the gap between the thousands of like trials, tribulations, and like the uncomfortable moments. If you would have thought that he would be teaching me how to TikTok and not me teaching him how to TikTok, it's a weird dynamic, but it works out. We're like the Robin Big of the restaurant world around. It's starting to seem like, but it's been incredible. But yeah, absolutely. In the beginning, I definitely thought he was a little crazy, and now I still do, but in the best way possible.
So for somebody that has a sales background, one of the things that we talk about on our podcasts, and we do weekly shows on Clubhouse. It's a social audio app. Anybody here, you're all welcome to come. We have some of our great leaders that Jason Berkowitz, Troy Hooper, Laura, thank you for being here. You guys join us on Clubhouse every Wednesday, every Friday at 10 a.m. But the whole idea is nobody has this internet thing figured out. And if anyone tells you they do, they're lying. They're full of shit. Like, it's changed way too quickly, way too fast, and all we're doing is learning how to better tell our story. And when Will asks me to come and speak to the sales team at Toast, what do I tell the sales team?
Well, you're always saying get uncomfortable. That's the first thing. I'd say get uncomfortable, but also like record everything, tell your story, right? And I don't care if you're looking at Toast or any other product. I think it is important to hear the story from people, and I think that's what Shawn's been doing so well. Of we're in sales, and I always joke like, my team could be the best team in the world and we get the best product, but you're probably not buying from us. You're probably buying from the restaurateur left and right of you and north and south that's telling the story that and how they're using the platform, particularly something, in our vertical and what we do in Toast and try to capture every little ounce of technology in a restaurant. It's tough. And like might work for you probably won't work for the person behind you. But if you start sharing the stories that work for you, maybe 3 rows back, it resonates. And I think that a lot of what you've been preaching to the team is like share the stories for each and every owner that we get to come across, because the way you utilize something might not be maybe so foreign for probably the other person behind you's utilizing it. And I think that bridging that gap with the communication has been huge for us, and the storytelling's been massive. And now we have a lot of mini micro Shawns on the West Coast.
Making lots of unboxing.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're up to like 8 unboxing tapes or
goal.
Somewhere around there in Southern California alone.
How many unboxing videos can we make? So, or can we share? Is this a safe space? Do you think we can share the Instagram story?
I don't know where you're going with it, but yeah.
If this is a safe space, we're going to share the Instagram story. So one of the things that I teach, not just Toast, but all the companies that we work with, all the restaurants that we work with, is, the way that I live my life is I have a personal life, a business life. I have one life. And the way that I treat my social media is that you get all of me. You get me as a dad. You get me as a husband. You get me as a restaurant owner. You get me as a podcaster. You get me as a speaker. You get me however I am, raw, unfiltered, raw. When I met my friend Will, and I told him, oh, now you know where I'm going?
Yeah, now I know.
Also, let's share, since we're in the safe space, let's share. What was your Instagram handle before you and I met?
It was like one of those AOL Instagram.
Tell them the handle.
It was, I don't even remember what it was anymore. But what I'll tell you is, we were like, I wasn't on Instagram. I was private.
The internet knows what it is.
Yeah, I was private. I think I had like 800 followers, and then mostly family members.
And?
Then I met you.
And what did I do?
You made me unlock my private on my Instagram.
Yes.
In the first meeting.
Yes.
Start rebranding everything.
Yes.
Change my name.
Yes.
Start posting. I
Yes.
started posting. I started doing lives. We started collaborating. I didn't know you could do that on Instagram.
Collaborating, yes.
Yeah. We started doing the whole 9.
One of the things that impresses me with Will is that no matter how uncomfortable I make him, he knows that it's for a bigger purpose. And the things that he's done as a leader in Toast and in his sales organization, they have a trickle effect. Other people, engineers, people that you would never think would do video, they see what he's doing, they understand what he's doing, and it makes a profound impact. And what I'm saying to everybody here is that your story matters. The results are in. National Restaurant Association show, Kyle and Sarah and myself, we were at the Davos sales tax booth, and we were polling restaurant owners on the floor. This was a very unscientific poll, but the results are resounding. Restaurant owners do not like sales tax. Nobody likes sales tax. Doesn't matter what business owner you are, small business, big business. Davo automates the sales tax process. We are so grateful that Davo is the sponsor of this show. They automate sales tax at our Cali barbecue restaurants. It is $50 a month. It integrates with all the major point of sale partners, including Toast. So if you want to sleep at night, if you want to not worry about sales tax, go to Davo, check them out. Davo Sales Tax. Let us know how they're helping automate your sales tax in your restaurant so that we can share your Davo story on digital hospitality. And no one's coming. If you take nothing else away, please understand that I, as a restaurant owner, waited. I worked my ass off. Blood, sweat, tears, hoping and waiting for someone to come to our restaurant to tell our story. If we made enough barbecue that was so tasty, if we took care of people with so much kindness, if we took care of our community, surely the local media is going to come. Surely the food TV is going to come. Surely a magazine is going to come and it's going to change our business. No one's coming. The internet's not going anywhere. The more that you buy in to getting uncomfortable and learning the skill of telling your story on the internet, the more your business will grow. Every single person, go ahead.
How good do you think you were when we first met at this?
At what?
All of it. The media, the recordings.
I was terrible.
The posts.
I was terrible.
Because, like, to be honest, and I was really bad. I'm still bad.
You're much better.
But much better. But, like, when we first started, like, he sent me this the other day, and I picked up the phone and I called him, and I was like, dude, who's doing the marketing around here now? Because it was, we started doing videos, and I started watching you do videos when it was more painful to do the videos.
Very painful.
And I got to actually sit behind scenes of him and Rob Dyrdek talking about this, and Rob's done, 280 MTV TV shows now. And they're talking about, like, the first year where you're just pumping out bad content.
Yep.
But you just keep posting, keep pumping it out. And it was so funny to sit back as, like, a fan of the two of them and hear it. But I think it's important to share. It's easy to look at your videos now and be like, oh, I can't do that.
Yep.
But I'd argue you didn't do it for the first solid year.
Easy.
And now each month it gets better and better to the point where my Nana, who's like 84 years old, follows him on everything. And
That's amazing.
She pings me before I see it. She's like, hey, Shawn did another video. And I'm like, awesome, Nana, how you doing? But, it's to that point where it's like in all my family's living rooms. But in the beginning, it was tough.
It was very tough.
Like,
I'll give you guys the answer. So if you want to take away something to write down, the problem that everyone has, myself included, is that we're scared to post on the internet because we want quality. You want to put out a quality video, a quality podcast, a quality photo, a quality article, a quality blog. It never happens with quality. Quality never happens in the beginning. The answer is quantity plus speed plus consistency equals quality. Quantity, speed, consistency equals quality. We say be the show, not the commercial. When we think about content, when we think about making videos, there's so many ways that you can go, well, the algorithm wants this, or I need to make a video, it needs to have this much engagement or this many likes. You need to remove yourself from that and just make a commitment to the craft of telling your story about all the things that you do in your business. So this is our digital hospitality tech stack. And it has evolved significantly. You can see a lot of different brands on there. You can see all the social brands on there. But a lot of these companies we use in our restaurant. Not only do we use them in our restaurant, but we also create content about why we use them. The good things about them, the things that we wish they would make better. You have the opportunity for every single person that you spend money with, no matter what your business is, to make content about why you love it, why you don't love it, why you think it could be improved. You have opportunities to collaborate with brands like this. And I'll tell you that when I go to these customer advisory board meetings for Toast, literally twice a year I go to Boston. I get flown out to Boston, and I sit there with restaurants that are way bigger than us, restaurant owners that are way smarter than I am. And I sit back and I'm like, why am I here at this meeting? This is insane. But it's insane because I've had the courage to look stupid, to sound stupid, and to do things that other people were unwilling to do. Are you willing to do what someone else is unwilling to do? And I don't care what you do for work. Like my wife, she knows, Rosie knows the spiel, the pitch, whether I'm at the local pool, whether I'm at the Little League field. It doesn't matter who I'm talking to. She knows that we bleed this stuff. This is in our DNA. And it's in our DNA because it's given us so much opportunity. So here's a couple quick tips, takeaways, and then I want to open it up for questions because it's more important to learn from you guys. Google Alerts. How many people have a Google Alert set up for their name or their business? Smart. Anybody else? Does anyone know how to set up a Google Alert? How do you set up a Google Alert? What's your business, sir? You're a photographer? Awesome. Welcome. Do you have a Google Alert set up for you? For any of your photographer competitors? You should do that. Content. Good idea. Weekly content shoots. How many people do weekly content shoots for their business? You're going to. What's your business?
International cheesesteak. International cheesesteak.
Do you guys currently make content?
We're actually a brand new company that's about to open on the 22nd of August.
Congratulations. That's awesome. Do you have your social media account set up yet?
We're working on that. We're working on trying to figure out how to make a second TikTok account without it taking over mine.
Awesome. Congratulations. I love it. Use TikTok for video shorts. How many people are on TikTok? Almost half the room. So the reason that I talk to business owners and business leaders about TikTok is because it makes people uncomfortable. Everyone thinks that it's a dancing platform. It's a video platform. If you take anything away from this talk, know that on your phone, all of these different social media icons, they're just an icon. You have a subjective feeling towards Facebook. You have a subjective feeling towards TikTok. X, excuse me. Threads, Instagram, TikTok, whatever it is, remove the logo. All it is, audio, video, words, and images. It's just online storytelling. And you've got to consistently put content on the internet because that's how you get better. So the power is in your hands. That is the moral of the story. The moral of the story is that no one's coming. The moral of the story is that you have the ability if you choose. And you know, one of the craziest things was my friend in the back, Mark. Appreciate the shout out from stage. That was awesome. Social High Rise, they do a phenomenal job helping restaurant owners with all of this stuff. But I will tell any of his clients and I will tell any of the social media agencies, everyone needs more content. It's impossible. It's literally impossible to have too much content. The more that you do it, the more that you incorporate it into the culture of who you are and what you do as a business, not just you as a business owner. There's a reason why that video before that I have Eric in my videos. My general manager, he speaks in a different tone, different frequency than I do. He's going to resonate different because of his language, because of his tone, because of his iteration. And the more that we put that out there, you don't need to have thousands, hundreds of thousands of followers. You just need the right people to find that video. All right, we're going to open it up. How many people have questions? Yes. Tagging's relevant. We always say the craziest thing for me is if you haven't claimed your accounts, which you guys are doing, if we can't tag you, we can't promote you. The amount of businesses that aren't on a social media platform, so if you're not on TikTok and you have a food influencer that comes to your restaurant and they can't tag you, they can still geotag you, but it's much better if they tag you. So tagging is very relevant. Collaborating is very relevant too. Hashtagging, I don't know. Mark, what do you say about hashtagging? Yes, hashtag. The answer is yes. Keywords. I mean, one of the most important things I think is to worry less about the tactics and worry more about the doing. Most people get hung up on what do I put? What's the caption? Who do I tag? Do I geolocate it? The most important thing is that you post today, post tomorrow, post the next day, and then 90 days after, you look and you realize, okay, I like what I did here, or I didn't like what I do here. And then you have a data set to go off of.
When you do interviews with like Rob Deerdeck and Emerald and stuff, your content's out 30 minutes after the interview. Like, I don't think people realize that. Like, by the time I got my Uber, you already posted something. So, like, I would say you preach the speed over perfection.
So that's a great point. So we have a media company. I've got Rising Tides Creative. I have Brandon here. He's filming 4K content. We will repurpose this content on Cali Barbecue Media for our YouTube channel, for our podcasts. But one of the most important things is back to what I talk about all the time, which is smartphone storytelling. I have to capture the content because it goes back to the speed. The speed of me taking a quick selfie at the Toast booth or the Ovation booth allows me to post an Instagram story or a LinkedIn update. I will post that long form video later, but it's how do I get better at taking the phone out of my pocket to capture content? Any other questions? Get your questions out now because everyone's going to go through a quick exercise that I do at all my talks. Ooh, that's a good question. Which platform? Troy, which accounts to follow on TikTok?
Cali Barbecue.
Give them another.
Gosh, I haven't been asked that in a while.
Give me so many.
I give you them all the time, don't I? Shit.
Who? Oh yeah.
Yeah, Kyle and Sarah. He's got a bunch. Yeah, Mr. Restaurants is what his is called. Restaurant specific though, actual restaurants.
Chrissy Vega.
Cup Bop. CUPBOP. Cup Bop. That Korean barbecue in a bowl. Fast casual concept or QSR concept. Cup Bop.
Any other questions? Okay, now we're going to go through an exercise. So the person that you're next to, I need you to stand up. Everybody stand up. Take out your phones.
We're together.
Now you need to find a partner and switch phones, but put it in video mode. Each person is going to do a 60-second video of who you are and what you do, but it's going to be on your own phone. So I don't want you to have a video of someone else. I want you to have your own video, but they're going to film you for 60 seconds. Who are you? What do you do? And what are you building? Who are you? What do you do? And what are you building? Okay? Ready? Okay, go. Switch.
It's like 20 minutes before coming to see you.
Yes. Tag me in that.
Okay.
I'll follow you guys back. That's awesome. Fantastic. I love it.
I will say that's the one thing that blows me mind that I don't think people get.
What?
Is like you'll do anything.
Yeah.
You'll post it immediately. And I'm always like so worried about that. It's like
Yeah.
the email, it's like the coaching email, right? Just get it out.
Yeah.
Who cares if you spell 5 things
Yeah,
wrong?
I know.
Just get it out. And it's
Speed.
like, but it's like, yeah, and I think that's where
it's the
everyone.
fear. It's the biggest fear that people have is like,
Yeah.
well, if the LinkedIn post isn't correct.
Yeah.
Like, dude, people don't even read.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
out of the 100 people that saw it, one person will read it for grammatical errors, but who cares?
It's like my mom, whenever I post something, if my mom calls me, she's like, hey, I'm like, don't care.
But in sales,
Right.
what's preventing people from contacting a restaurant? Same thing, fear.
100%. It's like
fear.
for us in our world, it's like, go out and reach out.
Yeah, reach out.
Yeah. But in any of these, in any world, it's like, just go do
Just
it.
do it.
I'm always laughing because I hate this stuff so much. I've learned to love it because it makes me uncomfortable. It's like going to the gym and like hitting the one thing you don't want to hit.
Yeah,
It's
of
like
course.
great, it's like that.
But then you do it.
But then you do it, and you're like, awesome. Now I get to go eat a donut. I feel great. And
Yep.
I'm gonna do it again next week. And I think that's what a lot of social media is for restaurants. Really.
That's
I've
it.
got a million things going on in a restaurant. It's important to like pull it out, start talking.
Yeah. Most people just don't do it.
They're doing
Uncomfortable with it. What?
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
To watch them to actually do it.
They do it all the time. No one asks. Everyone wants to be asked. They're just too scared. It's scary to do
We're
a
doing
selfie
it in an
video.
hour, so.
Selfie video is scary. You're like, am I seriously talking to the phone like a fucking?
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck am I? What am I just talking to the phone?
Well, it's funny that he also brought. You know who does this really well is boba tea spots. If you ever get on TikTok, you'll notice that there's boba tea.
Do you use AI to help you with your videos?
We just started using Fireflies on Zoom to help us transcribe, and we'd use captions. Captions is using a bunch of AI. How about you?
Oh, well, I made that script with ChatGPT.
Yeah.
I put ChatGPT what we're doing. So we are with Paychecks.
Okay.
So we help a lot of business owners to get, a ticket opportunity.
Sweet. You guys
Back.
making videos?
We're making videos. We
Awesome.
just made one.
I love it.
We're
Good
gonna
stuff.
tag you on.
Please
Do
do.
you have your LinkedIn a lot?
I'm on LinkedIn all the time. Yeah.
Do you use the teleprompter?
I don't use the teleprompter.
Look at we got to
Dude,
record.
these are great. You just write a script, and then it makes it. You can just read it off from there.
I don't read.
just
I'm
copy
terrible
the-
at script. That's all.
No,
This is natural. Yes, dude.
This feels. It's so much. It's so.
I'm literally worse. I'm
right there.
I know. Me messing up the script would be the
We've had a
concept.
script for him to read to our CEO, and he still puts it in the trash can.
All right. Did everyone get their video? Everyone did their video. Can anyone share? How'd you do?
He did great.
I think I did pretty well. I have a good story to tell, so it wasn't that hard for me to get through 60 seconds.
Have you made a selfie video before?
Not directly, just like that. But yeah, I've done a few smaller ones.
Have you posted it anywhere? Not this one, but anyone in the past. Any platforms? Will you post one today?
Yeah.
You got a deal. Awesome. Anybody else? Did anyone feel weird, awkward? Yeah? You felt weird? Are you going to post it?
Absolutely not.
Why not?
Because it's not it. It's not it. Yeah, gotta do it again. I need reps. I need the
Reps?
Yeah.
That was a rep.
That was a rep, but I need multiple reps. Yeah.
So you'll do another rep today and then post? Maybe. What about tomorrow? Maybe. Anybody else? How do we do over here?
Good.
Yeah, it definitely was rough, but I feel like it was definitely a good exercise, and I'm actually excited to do it again.
All right. I want to see it posted. Anybody else? How do we do back here? We did good? She did better than you did? Who are you guys with?
S3 Coffee Bar.
You guys do social media for your business? Videos? Coffee videos? Any owner videos?
Not yet. She's a little bit shy.
Oh, you guys are dominating. What do you mean? You have 33,000 followers. That's great. What do you mean? You're playing the game within the game. That's phenomenal. What about on LinkedIn? Do you make any business? You guys have vendors? Do you pay people money? Yeah. Do you make videos? Do you make any videos about them? About their products? Yeah.
Ways, and we love doing business to business contents, but we need to get started on that again.
That's awesome. I'll follow you guys back. Thank you. All right. Any other questions? Concerns? Fears? Troy Hooper.
Tell them what the business case is to the consumer when you, as a barbecue restaurant, do an unboxing video about Toast or any other of your vendor partners. What's the side benefit, the spillover benefit of the consumer seeing that?
I think most people will not care. So most people will, to be honest with you, they won't care. The people that do care, it's significant because they'll stop scrolling. You know, one of the most powerful things that you have as a restaurant owner is don't think that it's only consumers that are following your page. You have friends, you have vendors, you have other restaurants that follow you as well. And we all want to learn. So my grandfather, something that I talk about on all of our shows is stay curious, get involved, ask for help. Curiosity will lead you to a show like this. Curiosity will lead you to a podcast, will help you open up a book, but then you actually have to get involved. Like, do the thing, make the uncomfortable B2B video and see what happens. Nothing's going to happen right away. But if you consistently do it with speed, over time, eventually you'll start making really good videos. And I promise you, the ROI will be beyond your wildest dreams. Literally, at the IPO, Toast is now the title sponsor of our show, Restaurant Influencers. I get to do cool stuff with Will all over the United States. And I hope that you guys will have some crazy story about your restaurant, about the stuff that you guys buy, not just on the consumer side, but on the business side. Go ahead, Jason.
How far in advance before I open my restaurant should I start?
Today. You start today.
Doing this has brought you a lot of success for the media, but for the restaurant, can you quantify what is done for your barbecue restaurant?
Yeah, for the barbecue side of the business, because of the stuff that we do on media, we now have, you remember when I told you no one was coming to tell our story? Now we're on the local news all the time. And it's because of social media. So all of the times that I wish I was on the news, now the news calls us every 4th of July, every Father's Day, every Mother's Day, KUSI, Fox 5, CBS, TV, radio, magazines. We have a YouTube channel that's coming out. So many opportunities. I mean, literally, because of what we do, I was just at Toast. Rich on Tech, who I'm a big fan of. He's here in KTLA. He does a tech show. But he came up and I had an opportunity to do an interview with him. So on the barbecue side, people will now come to our barbecue restaurant. It's funny because when we first started, it was not about bringing someone in to buy barbecue. But now because people listen to our show, when they come to San Diego, they literally fly into San Diego and the first place they come is to Spring Valley. And it's not someone that's just coming for ribs. It's somebody that's been listening to my voice, listening to my interviews, listening to my story, and they're very connected to who we are and what we do. And it's somebody that's basically a forever friend. Another restaurant owner.
Tell them about TikTok Lives because you had a way to measure it. You said, if you come, I'll give you this. I don't have to be here. Just tell somebody in my restaurant you saw me on a TikTok Live and I'll give you something.
Yeah, we were running a test on that. Thank you for reminding me that I need to do TikTok Live again. But we were running a test on TikTok Lives where I would go live either until my phone died or my arm fell off. So it was like Mother's Day is when I started doing this, and it was like 4 hours of TikTok Live. But we had over 130,000 people that tuned in to that TikTok Live. 130,000, and that, granted, that's all over the globe. That's not just San Diego specific. But what Troy's referring to is while we're on TikTok Live and while Bernice is cooking ribs or pork, I'm explaining the process. But I also tell people in the comments, hey, if you see this video, if you come to San Diego, tell my manager that you saw me on TikTok Live, and I'll give you free barbecue swag, free barbecue sauce. Literally the next day, I had a family from Georgia that saw me on TikTok Live. They were coming out to see their daughter, and they came and they were sitting on the front patio of our restaurant. Like, is that a great ROI, one family? No, but it's an incredible story. It's an incredible story that in our pocket, you can go live on TikTok and connect with anyone all over the globe. You know, the idea of an open kitchen, removing a wall so that you can see somebody making something in your restaurant, we have that now with our phone. It's an open internet kitchen. But you have to have the courage to share your secrets your recipes, why you do what you do with everyone else. If you do it, you can get all kinds of cool benefits.
So TikTok is where a lot of like the short form content videos, where a lot of social media is starting to go. But unfortunately, that also means attention spans are starting to go down. How do I get someone to stay on my video?
Practice. Staying on your video, to be honest with you, it's a lot of practice. It's figuring out. I mean, when we first started making videos, I was actually talking with Jason. We were doing videos earlier with Brandon for his business, Arrow Up Training. And he was like, should I introduce myself? You know, hey, this is Jason from Arrow Up Training. And what I told him is I stopped doing that because most people, like, you lose somebody right away if they make an intro. So you've got to start with a hook. But that's something that you learn the more that you do it. You know, the more that you do it, the more comfortable you get at it. What's the hook? Why does someone want to watch the video? How do I get them to stay for longer? But that's all something that you learn along the way. The most important thing is that you post. You know, having the courage to post and not take it down. I don't care if it's only your mom that saw it, one person. The next day, maybe it's your mom and your aunt. The next day after that, maybe it's one person. But none of that matters. The only thing that matters is doing it.
I have a TikTok account. It's mostly videos of my dog.
Awesome.
I have a video from 4 or 5 years ago that started out at like 1,000 views, and now it's over 10,000.
Amazing.
And it's all just because I was playing a Star Wars role-playing game, and I just put the right tags, and it still comes up on people's For You pages. I get notifications, hey, this new person liked your post.
It's awesome.
That, like 4 years ago, all the time.
It's awesome. Anybody else? Any social media questions? Technology questions? Is anyone going to publish their video? Can I get a raise of hands? Free barbecue swag if you come. Are you gonna post your video? Why not? You're sputtering too much. Go look at my old videos. I'm sputtering. I stumble over my words. Quality. You want quality. That's why you won't post it. Don't be scared. Publish it. I mean, to be honest with you, when you first start making videos, when you first start making podcasts, when you first start making posts, just be you. You're not perfect. You'll have the courage when 95% of the rest of the people on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, they don't have the courage to do what you do. They feel scared. They know that they're going to stutter in their videos. You will inspire them by having the courage to do what you do. If you guys want to get in touch with me, it's at Shawn P. Walchef. That's on all the social platforms. I'm weirdly available. The best way that we can help you, Clubhouse. That's a social audio app. So every Wednesday, every Friday at 10 a.m. Doesn't cost anything. You get to talk with restaurant owners, sales professionals, marketing professionals, content creators. These 2-3 part of our Clubhouse crew. Come on out. And you can listen to our podcast, Restaurant Influencers. That's on all the podcast platforms. That's the interview that Will interviewed me, but we also got to interview Rob Deerdeck, John Taffer, Chef Robert Irvine, and the other show is Digital Hospitality. But we're grateful. Thank you for coming out. Hopefully you guys make some uncomfortable videos. Hopefully you post those uncomfortable videos, but more importantly, hopefully you post it tomorrow also. Thank you guys.